So for this next example, we're looking to see and checking solutions. So in this table, I want to identify whether the given ordered pair lies on the function. So in other words, is the point a solution to the function? So there are a couple of ways that we can do this problem. So I'm really looking to see whether this point is first on this function y equals 4 2 to the x. So remember with points, my first one is x, my second one is y. So one way I can do this to see if this is a solution is I can plug in 2 for x and see if I get negative 32 at the end. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. So I have 4 parentheses, 2 close parentheses, and I'm going to raise that to the second power. And I'm looking to see if that's going to get me negative 32. And I see it doesn't, it gets me 16. So that means that's not a point on there. Okay, let's try that next one. So now I'm looking, if I plug in 3, do I get 32? Okay, so I have 4, 2. When I raise it to the third power, I see I do get 32. So that means that this one would be a solution. So you could do that and plug all of those in for every single one. However, that takes a while. So there is actually a faster way that we can do this using Desmos. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to type in this function, y equals 4 2 to the x power. And I'll hit this a to the b button to get that exponent. And now I'm going to actually turn this into a chart. And then I can actually just look and see whether these points are on there. And so to make this into a chart, I'm going to click on this kind of gear. And then I want to click on this table button. So it's going to convert this function to a table. And now I can just look to see whether those points are on there. So my first point was 2, negative 32. I see 2, 16. No. My next point, which we already did, was 3, 32. And I see it does pop up there. So now I want to check the other ones. So 5. And I'm looking for 25 after I do that. So to do that, I'm just going to click below, press 5, and I'm looking to see if this one was 25. I see it's 128, so that means that's not a solution. My next point is negative 1, 2. So going back here, I'm going to negative 1 on my x. And I do see that my y is 2. So negative 1, 2 is on there. So I can put a check mark there as that is on there. And then my last point, negative 4, 16. So negative 4 is not on here. So I'm going to just type in negative 4 for x. And that's 0.25. So that means that's not on there. Okay, let's do the same process for this next one. So I have y equals negative 2, 4 to the x. To clear, I'm just going to click on this x button and type in my next function. Again, to get that table, I'm going to click on this gear, convert to table. And now I'm going to look for these points on this table again. So first, 2, negative 32. So I go to 2, and I see it is negative 32 there. So that means that this is a point. Okay, now I'm going to look at for 332. So I'm just going to click on a new line, click 3, and that's not 32, so that's not a point. Okay, look for 525. So click on the next row, click on 5. Nope, that gives me negative 2048, so 525 is not a point or solution. Negative 1, 2, when I go to negative 1, y value is not 2, so that's not a point. And then negative 4, 16. And that is also not a point. Okay, let's try the next row. So now I have y equals and I have 1/2 to the x. So again, to get that fraction, I'm going to do 1 / 2 to the x power. Okay, go ahead and pause the video. I want you to finish out this chart. And then when you think you have it, go ahead and click play. So this is what you should have gotten when you finished out the chart. You should have seen that -1, 2 and -4, 16 were solutions to this function. For my last function, you should have seen that -1, 2 was a point. And then for the none, that is just which point was not a solution to any of them, and I see that was the 5, 25. Okay, that's it for this video. You can go ahead and move on to that last one.